Hey everyone, David here, Common Guy Crypto. I just got done eating my lunch at home and I wanted to tell you how I was going to invest my next round of Happy Meal food. So today, wanted to do a real quick look at some news that came out over the last 24 hours and then take a look at the Voyager token. For those of you that use the Voyager app, I happen to really love that app, and so just wanted to take a look at that. I think it's way undervalued at the moment. So this article came out about 8 hours ago, and it's called "The Big Banks Express Caution Over Crypto at a Senate Hearing." Now, this makes total sense to me. If you're in an industry where there's a new technology coming along that's going to replace you, I would be scared. I mean, just absolutely terrified. And so, big banks for years have been taking care of us, the consumer. And I do apologize for the background noise. My neighbor is cutting my grass, or he thinks it's his grass, again, for like the 20th time today. I don't think he wants to go back in the house where his wife is, or something like that. Anyhow, big banks are really on the run at the moment, and I think that they have a lot of fear in terms of what is going to come to fruition with the crypto market. And so they were in front of they were they were at a hearing. Senator Sherrod Brown from Ohio, and they were asking support sooner than later for some sort of oversight into the crypto space. I think it's a great thing. And yeah, I think banks should be a little scared because, they've been taking advantage of us, the consumer, for years. They've been giving us a 0.5%, 1% on our money deposited there, and then turning around and lending it out to people from anywhere from 5 to 25%. And they've been making a killing on that money, and we've been getting the shaft. So big banks, you're on notice. Watch out, dudes. So a little bit more bullish news for Ethereum, and Goldman Sachs also, speaking of the number two crypto asset, really they're looking at that to potentially pass Bitcoin in terms of the overall market cap. And I think that there's even some folks out there that are talking that Ethereum could really be the next big holder of wealth and possibly overtake Bitcoin on the per token price. So just something to keep in mind. If you had the opportunity to go out and buy a Bitcoin today for $2,200, I know I sure as hell would. And so it might be worthwhile while you're dollar cost averaging in to also do that for Ethereum as well. And Ethereum is really a great platform because not only do they have smart contracts, but it also supports NFTs. And it's really a great holder of wealth. And there's all kinds of scalability there, especially with the Ethereum 2.0 coming up. So it's just food for thought on that. So I wanted to talk to you about the Voyager token. Now, the Voyager token is something that really intrigues me. And I think about it like, this is like the native currency for the Voyager platform. And that platform, from my standpoint, is really awesome. Because I tend to be a little wishy-washy sometimes and reallocate my positions. And I want to be able to do all of that without any fees. And so from that standpoint, the Voyager app is really great. So there's definitely some downsides to the Voyager app, and I think that this comes from, the recent mass adoption of Voyager as a real awesome trading platform. So it definitely, when there's a lot of traffic, when prices are spiking or they're dropping, there's been a lot of traffic, which tends to shut down the portal. And so from my standpoint, that just really means that Steve Ehrlich and group, they really need to do a better job at testing the platform to make sure it has appropriate bandwidth for all of these hundreds of thousands of people that are trying to get in there and do something with their money. So if you can work on that, Steve, I would greatly appreciate it. I know that there's been some issues and people have complained about the transfer fees. Well, I mean, from a business standpoint, you got to make money somehow. And so I totally understand that that's one of the places that you're going to do it. So I have no issue with the transfer fees coming from Voyager. You know, nothing's free in this world. And so if you want something for free, I don't know. I don't know. Go pound salt or something. I don't know. I don't got nothing for you on that one. There is a lot of great news coming up, though, with Voyager. And there's a token update that's supposed to be coming forth this month in May. They're going to be improving their loyalty program. And I think that there's a ton of other stuff that Voyager could potentially do that I would like to see personally. You know, I know that they're offering interest on, you know, your tokens that you're holding on to on the platform. But a lot of these tokens, like the Voyager token, you got to have 5,000 of them. Well, you know, 5,000 tokens at $2 a piece, that's $1,000. And the token price has been falling. And so, you know, I'm not going to hang on to 5,000 tokens where the token price is falling unless I had gotten in, you know, like really on the ground floor and I had bought 5,000 tokens for like $10 or something. I don't even know if that was possible, but yeah, I mean, it's really been dropping. And so that's a concern, you know. Here we have a great platform and there's tons of people flocking towards it right now. It's only available in the US, in all states except for New York, which is a total shame. I'm sorry, New Yorkers, but that's just one more strike against you. You got to move somewhere else. And, you know, really mass adoption. And I think the numbers that I've seen in terms of the people downloading the app on a monthly basis is something like 150 to 200,000 downloads every month. Soon to be at more than 2 million people using the app just in this calendar year alone. And so with that many people coming in, you know, I would think that the token price should be going gangbusters because Voyager has been reporting, you know, multiple, you know, outstanding month over month returns on investment for their corporate shareholders. It's a Canadian-based company. And so that's been great. You know, there's a couple things that I think that they're missing. One of them would be potentially some coin burns. And yeah, I mean, if you could make this a token deflationary, you know, even if you burn like 1% or 0.1%, you know, 2 or 3 times a year, I think that would be great for the token. The other thing that I wanted to tell you about was there's been a huge change coming to their loyalty program. And so, you know, I've had in my videos before links where you can go and sign up on Voyager and you get a $25 in free Bitcoin, and I get $25 in Bitcoin back. I've only had one person actually do that, but it's been cool nonetheless. But I'd like to be able to see, sorry, I got something in my tooth, I just ate lunch. I'd really like to see this tiered sort of loyalty program come out where, you know, for a small guy like me, you know, maybe I hold like 40 tokens of Voyager. Because I think Voyager is really going to get to, you know, in $20 to $50 by October of this year. So if I think $20 by October, that's really an 8x, an 800% increase on where it's at right now. I'd like to take advantage of that. If it went to $30 or $35, that would be super awesome. But back to what the loyalty program I would like, if you could do something where it's like a tiered loyalty program, you know, something where like, you know, those people like me, you know, that are new to the market and just getting a couple referrals could earn interest on our VGX without having to have 5,000 tokens, that would be great. I mean, I would take like 2 or 3% at like 50 or 100 tokens, you know, and I would hold on to that there because 3%, it's just right under the inflationary rate. And so my money's just barely breaking even, but I don't have the kind of coinage to put 5,000 tokens in. And then, you know, maybe at the next level, you know, if it's like, if you're holding like 200 tokens, you get a certain percent more, you know, and then if you got 1,000 tokens, you know, you get even more. And I'd like to be able to have the option to earn interest in both my native currency, US dollars, or in VGX, or even potentially to have my interest paid out in Bitcoin or Ethereum. That would be really cool too. So Steve, if you and your group could get to work on that. I do know that Voyager has a lot of great stuff coming along. There's a debit card that's in the works. I think that they also have a desktop app that's coming along for both Windows and Mac. And then finally, this one thing about Metcalfe's Law that I wanted to talk about. And so Metcalfe's Law really looks at the number of nodes that are connected to, either a piece of technology or a financial instrument. And I think I'm a node, and everybody else that uses the app is a node. But it also magnifies it out to all of the people that interact with the app, either through the debit card or whatever. And so from that standpoint, when I look at Voyager, I am really putting, I'm going to call it like it is, $35 as the token price by the end of the calendar year. And so if you want something that's going to just like rock the crap out of things, I'd say go ahead and pick this up. It's dirt cheap right now. And if maybe it only doubles, you get double your money out of, which is way better than all of these other banks will ever pay you or me. So yeah. Oh, and one other thing on the thumbnail of the, for those of you that have made it this far, watch till the end. Always watch till the end. You never know what's going to show up in the credits from Star Wars or Marvel or whatever. So I saw that there is a new token out that's ranked in the 2,700 range. That's called Pussy Financial Limited. Oh my God, what a effing joke this thing is. I'd encourage you to go out and take a look at the white paper and all this other stuff that they got out there. I know that there's people buying it. Maybe you just buy it to say you got a pussy token. I don't know. But it's really a real financial token. It's an ERC token. You can get through Uniswap. I am buying this many of them. But I'm sure some of you will buy some. I see this as a total rug pull scam sort of thing. And, if you got enough money to burn on that, and you want to buy a couple, buy some, but I don't see this going anywhere but down. Okay, that's it for me. I am not spending my lunch money on pussy tokens at all. Not zero. Common Guy Crypto out.